Okay, we're good on channel equity, and we can go now. Wow. So here goes. We've got the thing and the deal and the stuff. Begins in 3, 2, 1. I'm in the wrong tab. Here we go. Coming up on TMS. Hey, Ruth. I really like Chris.
400 pounds and still going.
Oh, Brian weighed in at...
Justine, I think, stepped on the scale with her foot.
I guess so. That Pho place might have to change its name.
What is the nature of your... Oh, I should do this in his voice, right? The Picardo voice.
Sure.
What is the nature of your space emergency?
Well done. That's a pricey fish.
Major spoilers.
Trek nerd and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
After we finally achieved peace on our planet, now we face annihilation by alien forces whose power is beyond our imagination.
It just gets in your blood or something. I don't know.
The Morning Stream. You're soaking in it.
Hey everybody, welcome back to TMS. It is the morning stream for Monday, January 7th, 2019, 9:04 in the AM in the Mountain Time Zone, the only time zone that matters. Scott Johnson here with Brian Ibbett.
Hi.
Oh, there's like an eye booger I can't get rid of, or something like a hair in here.
Oh, I hate that. I hate because I have relatively long eyelashes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you do. I've noticed those. They're glorious and beautiful.
I do. Yeah, they're glorious.
They're something to
Women
look at.
have told me often that they're jealous of my eyelashes, but man, when you get sleep caught in them,
yeah,
little crusty sleep. What is your? Because some people call them eye boogers. Some people say, oh, you've got some sleep dust in your eye.
Mm-hmm.
What is the what is your preferred terminology for that?
Well, my mom called them sleepers. You have sleepers in your eye.
Sleepers. Wow, like a little sleeper cell. You got a sleeper cell hiding in your eye that's waiting,
ready to attack at any minute. Yeah, they're just waiting for word from headquarters. But she called them sleepers. Kim called them something else when the kids were little. I can't remember. Huh. But yeah, like actually, I think it might be a hair. I got like a hair and an eyelash or something in there.
We called those hair.
Yeah, those are just called hairs or eyelashes. And then to top it off, I burned myself walking through the kitchen today because I saw what looked like to be a cold cooking pot thing full of something I couldn't recognize.
Please tell me you did a Dylan McDermott.
Oh, it's pretty close. I wasn't naked though, unfortunately, but I did walk up to the stove kind of weirdly, and if there was a camera behind me with spooky music, it would have been very very much that.
Story.
But I reached out to go, oh, I wonder if this is hot yet, and just like placed my knuckle on it, and it was freaking 1,000 degrees, and it burned my finger. So I got a little blister going here, which is good. So a great way to start off the week. It's a Monday, and we're gonna kick it off with a burn and stuff like that. Eye boogers, burn and eye boogers. The adventures of burns and eye boogers. All right, hey, let's jump right in. So the other night, I had the fun opportunity of going to dinner. This is weird how this worked out, but okay. So unbeknownst to us at Christmas, we bought a gift certificate for my daughter and her husband for dinner at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Yeah.
You know how I hate saying the name.
Already I know. I already know where part of this is going.
Mm-hmm, exactly. So it's a stupid name. I hate saying it. Whatever. But we bought them a gift certificate to go there. Unbeknownst to us, or until we all opened gifts and things, they bought us a Ruth's Chris.
Oh, really? Oh, funny.
Gift certificate. Okay. And the reason they did that is they love going there once a year for their anniversary, and we knew that, so that's why we did it. They did it because they thought, oh, we love going there so much once a year. Why don't we treat mom and dad to, the same thing? And so, but none of us assumed we'd go at the same time. But we did, on purpose. Yeah. We got in the car, went out there together, got reservations. And there's only one in Salt Lake. There's one in Park City, but one main restaurant in Salt Lake. That's usually how they do it, like one per town, depending on what town you're in. There's rarely multiple Ruth's Chris Steakhouses.
Oh God, no, yeah, no. We've got one here in. Well, I say that, but now it dawns on me we may have one in the Denver Tech Center. I know we've got one downtown Denver.
Yeah, you probably got one downtown, and then you got one out in some hipsterville somewhere, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, like the Park City one for us. It's like
Denver,
that.
Yeah, I mean South Denver. Yeah, that's exactly right. I just looked, and we've got one in downtown Denver and one in One Bellevue Station in the Denver Tech Center. 'Cause that's where the people who can afford to eat Ruth's Chris work. From the Denver Tech Center.
Exactly. It's very expensive, and you can't. It's not like a place you can go every day for lunch unless you're freaking Bill Gates or something, because everything costs too much. However, it's really the best steak you'll ever had. The first time I ever went was in Hong Kong, of all places, and I had Kobe beef there, and I thought I was going to die. It was so good. So anyway, I haven't been since China. Because again, it's expensive. You know.
It's out of I mean it's you know, it's out of our day to day. If you get a gift certificate, great. But if you're looking for a steak, you'll probably pick something, I don't know, like an Outback or something like that, which does a perfectly good steak.
Yeah, you go down to Harmon's and buy a nice one and bring it home. Like, you know, there's other ways.
Sous vide it, yeah.
Sure. Oh, don't even start talking about sous vide. It sounds so good right now. Anyway, so we all go down there. It's a beautiful location, lovely thing. They got valet parking there, and they you know, you drive you around. It's freezing cold, so that's good because we don't have to go find a spot. And it's right in the center of town, just like right there by all the everything. And anyway, that's not the important part. The important part is, man, that food is so good. It is so good. Like, all of it, everything they bring you is insane. And the way you do it, this is my recommendation. You go in there and you get the porterhouse for two. Okay.
Oh, there you go. Okay, that's a good way to do it.
It's this monstrous thing, dude. That's like, I don't know what cows these are like the most muscular giant cows, because it's like this. Huge,
well, you don't want muscular.
No, it's this huge
fat cows.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like a big T-boney looking thing with huge chunks on the side, and they cut those actually to make them a little more fillet-like. But then the plates they give you, they always warn you. It's like, all right, these plates are 4,623 degrees. Don't touch them. And the reason they do that is they're covered in butter, and then you take your steak and you put it on the plate, and it goes shh, like your own little personal grill. And and the bread's amazing, and the freaking asparagus and mushroom thing I got was really good, and just everything is like, I mean, they're expensive, but you really do get what you pay for. And I also noticed that everyone that works there is older and makes great money. Like the waiter's in his 50s, and he's a professional at this, and it's a career for him at this place.
I mean, you know why? Well, I certainly don't want to offend any of our teenage listeners, but I mean, you want a professional who is never going to F something up with your meal.
Yeah. Yeah, or else people go, ooh,
like,
I paid...
It's almost like a guarantee kind of thing.
Yeah, people will be like, I paid $300 for this guy to screw up like this. This is terrible. I'm never coming here again. So yeah, they got 3 people who took care of us. Main waiter guy, other dude that scurried around making sure waters are always filled, and you know, bread was always there, and that guy. And then they had a third guy, I forgot what he did, but they were all conjunction, you know, running around doing a little threesome there in front of us. That doesn't sound right.
Hello.
Yeah.
That's why they get the extra money.
Exactly. But it was really good, and I was in heaven, and I ate a lot of beef that night. So
yeah, but here's the thing. I mean, here's the thing with those places and the chop houses like this.
Yeah.
There are a lot of, you know, big steakhouses. What's the Landry? The stuff that Landry owns. There's some in every, you know, every Midwestern state.
Sure.
You buy the steak, you don't get any sides with it. You know, your side is a side of burns because you touch the plate, because they put it a foot further away from you than, you know, like they put it 6 inches away from you on the table. Like, well, let me get that a little closer. Ah!
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
It's hot with a picture of the path to the Ark of the Covenant on your hand. But,
totally, dude. That's what this feels like, by the way, this thing I got this morning. I feel like I only got half the message, and I'm going to be digging in the wrong place later.
Exactly,
but,
yes.
Yeah.
But you don't get any sides, so you have to buy all those separate. Now, here's the thing with getting the porterhouse for 2. I think it's a great idea, and it's a great way to do it.
Yeah.
But you and your person you're sharing it with, whether it's your wife, your husband, your significant other, whatever, better agree on a temperature. Tina and I couldn't do this because I like mine medium rare. She likes hers more on the medium well. Well, she doesn't usually do well done anymore, but she'll do like medium well these days.
Medium well, sure. Which is what we did, by the way. But you're right. If you have a, because Kim and I are in agreement on that particular form of beef. But yeah, if I'm rare guy and she's not, and you're getting a porterhouse for 2, you have to decide. You have to
Has
make
to be
a
in
decision.
agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to find some middle ground. Maybe that's medium. Maybe that's I don't know what you do, but
For as much as you favor that steak, you'd think you could say, all right, cook half of it on the hotter part of the grill, like balance it equally between the hotter and less hot parts of the grill, and then.
well, it's like a pizza. I want half with pepperoni. We want
Right.
a weird little thing we're requesting.
Use your creme brulee torch to kind of cook her side a little bit more than mine.
Sure. It was really good though. It was perfectly cooked the way we wanted, and everything was good. And I can't say enough about it. I loved it. I loved everything about it. It was so good.
I'm trying to think of the last time I had a steak because it's been before the. I've eliminated a lot of red meat.
It's probably good. Probably good.
Except for the occasional red meat, but
Yeah.
but boy, do I miss a steak! And
There's nothing
as soon as
quite
I
like
get,
it.
every time I get to a kind of a target goal, I got to treat myself. First treat, by the way, at my next 5 pound reduction, Freddy's.
Freddy's.
Go to Freddy's for.
Well, ironically,
steak burger.
Kim has another gift card for Freddy's that we're going to try to use.
Oh, there you go. Cool.
This week, yeah. But you're doing better than all of us, so congratulations on well done.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Real quick,
I'm on a down week. That's the good thing.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. A shout out, real quick here to Champ, the bath towel eating chocolate lab.
Jeez.
He'll know what I mean. He'll know what I mean.
It's a chocolate labs will eat dumb crap like bath towels and socks.
Why chocolate labs? Why
I don't know. Well, I guess we knew a yellow lab too that ate that would go out and eat rocks and had to have expensive surgery to have rocks removed from its stomach.
Oh, ooh.
As a matter of fact, it was like a Dr. Seuss thing. The dog was named Maya, and it ate socks and rocks.
Oh my god.
It was like some sort of Dr. Seuss lab. I will not eat rocks with socks.
How could you eat rocks?
I'll eat them out of a cardboard box.
Sounds awful. Well, anyway, this was a shout out for somebody who wanted me to use that terminology. So it's actually a person, but I assume they have this chocolate lab. So shout out to Champ, the bath towel eating chocolate lab. And he knows why. All right, Brian, did you watch the dumb things, globs yesterday?
I watched Bird Box. So we savored Bird Box for 2 hours with a boy and girl.
Yeah.
And then we watched, we recorded the Golden Globes, and we got through the 3 hour and 20-minute Golden Globes in just over an hour. Like, here's what we stopped to watch. We stopped to watch Sandra Oh and Andy Samberg's jokes, or like their lead-ins, which a couple times were kind of funny, and a few other times were
terrible,
okay,
kind of boring, lame, yeah.
Which is typical. I mean, they had a great bit of inspiring moments from previous Golden Globes that I won't spoil. Just that I'm sure is on YouTube.
Yeah, it's a tough crowd, by the way. That whole thing's a tough crowd.
It is. Well, it's a tough crowd because they come in from a commercial, and it sounds like they're at a first cafeteria. Like there's plates and glasses, and they don't serve any food. Apparently, I found out it's all alcohol.
Yeah.
They don't have any food.
Yep.
What's her face? Why can't I remember her name? Not Megan Mullally. Who's
Jennifer Connelly?
No.
Frances McDormand.
Why am I forgetting her name? She's like every comedy. She's like the biggest comedy actress right now. A little on the heavier set side. Right.
Oh, she was in here a second ago. I was gonna give from her because she's watching that show where she plays Sookie.
Oh yes, Gilmore Girls. Yeah, she was.
Yeah, she was Sookie in Gilmore Girls, and her name is
Melissa McCarthy. Thank you, Free Rangers. You get Megan Mullally stuck in your head, and that's all you can think of. Anyway, she apparently brought sandwiches for people, and Olivia, who was in Olivia Copeland, or I'm not going to worry about getting her name right. Who was in The Favorite? Was up on stage with one of the best acceptance speeches, thanking. Melissa
her for her
bringing
sandwiches. Yeah, that'll go a long way if you're all out there with nothing but booze and no food.
For sure. But the Jeff Bridges speech was fantastic. The Carol Burnett bit was really good. Steve Carell brought her out for the first. Basically, they've got kind of the Lifetime Achievement Award in movies, the Cecil B. DeMille, and now they've got the Lifetime Achievement in television, which is the Carol Burnett, and she was the first recipient of the Carol Burnett Award. I guess that means she's a legacy
Legacy podcaster.
Legacy podcaster, because she gets the category named after her. And
Yeah, we've been there. We know what's up. Good job.
we know. We've been there.
So hold on. So Jeff Bridges, let's go back to him for a second.
Yeah.
What was his deal? What did he win? What was it? I didn't watch any
He
of
won
this,
the
by
Cecil
way.
B. DeMille Lifetime Achievement Award.
Ah, okay. He probably deserves it. That's fine.
It was great. I mean, they showed clips from True Grit, and there was so many I forgot about. It's like, oh man, this makes me want to go watch The Fisher King again, which was already kind of a shocking and sad movie before.
Great movie.
We lost Robin Williams, but now even more so.
Yeah, it's a great movie, man.
It really is. It's such a. For me, it's kind of like one of these things I forget about, and like, oh yeah, that was so good.
Yeah,
But,
that might be Terry Gilliam's best movie.
It might be. Actually, it totally might be. Brazil, we get a lot of Brazil lovers out there, but I think for me, Fisher King is the most. It's one I connect with. It resonates with me.
Yeah.
But and then you fast forward through a few things. You wait and see. It's like, all right, who wins it? Oh, okay. I wouldn't mind hearing what they say. And I'm always disappointed in what they say, because it's always like, well, I want to thank my agent, and I want to thank so and so, my personal assistants. Like, oh yeah, why did we really bother watching the thank yous on this?
Sure. Yeah, you don't need to hear all those.
Right. But anyway, so getting through the entire 3 hour and 20-minute Golden Globes in just, like I said, a little over an hour. I think we still enjoyed Bird Box more.
Yeah. Bird Box is cool, right? You liked it.
Loved it. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I still think about it all the time.
There's a little bit of hand wavy stuff, like all right, I guess I can kind of see driving a car just using GPS. But getting it back into the garage.
Yeah, they really skipped that real fast, didn't they?
Yeah, they really did. It's like, all right, now we got to get back home, and we're in the garage.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Also, it seems like
I don't know about your GPS, but I can get it to my street. But there's no way I'm not taking out a mailbox or two trying to find the opening to my house.
Some of that stuff they just sort of ripped through, but I love the world building of it, and I want to spend more time in that and figure that stuff out. I want to know more about these quote unquote creatures. I want to know.
Yeah.
I want to know all kinds of things about it. So I kind of hope they spin it out or do sequels or do something.
Oh, that'd be cool.
But maybe they won't. Maybe they will. But I think it's a very interesting take on that whole piece of business.
Right.
It was good stuff.
And then we also went to the theater and we saw If Beale Street Could Talk, because that was one of the Golden Globe nominees, won for a couple things. I think Regina King won for that one, if I remember correctly.
What's the deal? What's the premise? What is it? The movie?
It is a 70s Harlem or 70s New York, and a young couple, one of whom is in jail, is trying to get their lives together and work things out with a set of unsupportive parents and a set of supportive parents. So it's really, really good. Barry Jenkins, I believe, is the guy behind the 12 Years a Slave guy, if I remember correctly. Really, really good. That one's still in theaters. And then we also saw Crazy Rich Asians. Sat at home and watched Crazy Rich Asians, which is fun. I don't think it's going to be a nominee.
Did you do all this last night? All this last night? You watched all these things?
No.
Oh,
no.
I thought you were saying you did all this last
we did
night.
both of them Saturday night, though. Like, we went and saw a 4 o'clock Saturday showing if Beale Street Could Talk. Then we went out and got dinner, and then we went home and said, you know what? Let's watch Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah. Well, that's great. I keep hearing that's the thing I should watch also. Oh, there's a creature they cut from the Bird Box movie. This is the picture
I'm just
of him.
seeing this. Really?
Oh, he's weird.
Yeah, that's freaky. That doesn't look as scary as the drawings that
the one dude
somebody
did.
may have created
Yeah.
in that film.
That guy. I have a theory, but I can't say it on the air. Well, maybe I can. I'll tell you my theory real quick.
Okay, all right.
I think that the ones who could just walk around freely and not worry about it, and they were a little bit nutty. I think it was this separating line of people who are bad at heart and people who are not. So if you are a good person,
I can see that.
Good person, if you're exposed to it and you are a good at heart person, you take yourself out. You're just out.
And we and I want to talk more about that, because there's a character in there that suffers a fate that makes you wonder which side of that line that person would have been on had they been exposed.
Yeah, which is why I dwelled on that theory, because I thought about the theory and went, oh, what if? Okay, so where would he have been if he'd have finally freaking cracked his eyes open?
See, I never even said he, just because I didn't want to give that much of
I meant they. They. Anyway. That's interesting. Fascinating. It's an interesting choice to not show whatever it is. I think that's the smart thing to do. You know what I mean? Like the fact that this is leaked is probably not good, because now people are creating this in their imagination. But I like the idea of not knowing. Because
you never see the. Do you see the Quiet Place? I'm trying to remember. I guess you kind of do see the Quiet Place. Oh yeah, you totally see the Quiet Place creatures.
Never saw that movie. I need to see that movie.
You need to see that.
But they don't fit. So a lot of people are like, this is just that, but with eyes. It's not the same, is it? Would you say? Like this isn't just the ear. The Quiet Place isn't just the ear version of this, and this is just the eye version of that.
No. Very, very different.
Okay. Good. I'm down with that. Yeah. We're not going to go through all the winners and losers just because it's too long of a list and we got away to do. But there's plenty in here to look at. I didn't watch a single second of the Globes, and
I know how much you care about that sort of thing.
I usually see some of it, like a piece or something. Like I'm interested in the Jeff Bridges thing, and
see, that's what I would do. I would go back and I would definitely watch the Jeff Bridges thing. I'd watch the Carol Burnett thing if you are at all interested in that. But I would also go back and watch the Andy Samberg, Sandra Oh inspiring moments from the Globes kind of thing.
Okay, I may check that out. Lady Gaga kind of snubbed. Well, I guess her song won, but
her song won. But I really was expecting *Star Is Born* to get Best Picture. It's so, again, we've talked about this before, but their category definitions are so goofy. Like having some things that are clearly musicals. Bohemian Rhapsody, guess what? A lot of musical, a lot of music in that thing.
Yeah.
Should have been into the category of music, not drama, and *Star Is Born* as well. And then Green Book, sure, there was some piano playing in there, but it was a drama, I would say.
So chat room talking about, they say Bale thanked Satan. What happened? Christian Bale thanks Satan?
Did he really?
What happened?
I don't remember hearing that. We watched the first part of Christian Bale's speech because all we could do at the beginning was go, "Oh, good for you."
Yeah, I was gonna say it's all you can think of after our film sack this weekend.
Yeah,
that's all I thought about.
I don't remember him thanking Satan. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I have a clip here. He got up on mic and said this.
Let's go again.
Yeah, he said, "Let's go again."
Let's go again.
Yeah.
Okay, he referred to Dick Cheney as Satan. Yeah, he did. He was.
He said he called Dick Cheney
things
Satan
about Lindsey Graham, and I guess he called. We must have left that acceptance speech before he referred to Cheney and Lindsey Graham.
All right.
Oh, good for you.
Great. Good job there, Tristan Bale. Well, the other question I had, what was it? Rosamund Pike. I think she lost her Best Actress in a Motion Picture Drama thing. I think she lost it because of her work in Doom. Just gonna put that out there.
Her just like flat delivery in Doom.
Yeah.
You saw, was it Girl? No, it wasn't. It was Gone Girl.
Yes, and she was amazing in that.
She was really good.
She's really good in general. Like I think she's a really compelling actress.
This was a initial role or early role for Rosamund Pike. I haven't seen A Private War. As a matter of fact, out of this list, the Best Actress in a Motion Picture list, the only one of these I'd seen is A Star Is Born. Like they really pulled from movies that weren't getting other accolades.
Yeah, I want to see that McCarthy deal. That Can You Ever Forgive Me?
Yes. Yeah, I think that is stream rent.
Yeah.
Right now, streamable, rentable, and the Nicole Kidman Destroyer thing. We saw a trailer for that. I think right before Beale Street, and it's the Eileen Warnessing. You remember what they did to Charlize Theron for Monster, the movie Monster?
Yeah, they do that here with her.
They do that here with Nicole Kidman. Like make her look as horrendous as possible.
All right, I'm into that. I like that kind of makeup job. It just proves that you can do anything with anybody and get away with it.
Right. Exactly.
Well done, Rosamund Pike. I'm sorry that Doom was such a stinker and that it still hangs over your career. It's fine. Don't
I was
worry about
really
it.
bummed. I haven't seen the Kominsky Method.
Oh, I have. It's great. That show is great.
Yeah, it was recommendal a few weeks back. I don't know if Nicole or you recommended it. I
think she, or maybe it was me. I don't remember now,
I
but I
was
loved
really
it.
rooting for either Barry or Kidding.
Yeah, I would have gone the Barry route as well. Having seen both,
Yeah.
I think this was more of a, hey, Michael Douglas is getting old, give him a thing kind of deal. Feels like a little bit not a pity award because he's good in it. There's no question about it, but it does feel like they're honoring a career and not a performance. I could be
Do you
wrong.
think anybody like rushed up on stage during the commercial after Michael Douglas was up there to wipe down the mic so there wasn't any HPV on it? Doesn't he have a?
He had a throat cancer caused by, they said, by the HPV virus.
HPV virus,
Yeah, I guess that's it.
which is like saying ATM machine. Right?
Yeah.
Isn't the V in HPV virus?
Yeah, I think it is the HPV virus.
The HP virus.
Yeah.
Available now with a USB or Ethernet cable.
Exactly. Don't use that printer. You'll get the HP virus. Anyway, yeah, he's good in it. It's good. There's a scene in that show that's a very funny show, and I think underrated in it and not nominated here is what's his name, the dad. Not the dad.
Alan Arkin?
Alan Arkin is so good in it. Oh my gosh, he's great in it.
He is a crack up. He was a crack up just watching him while nominations and things were getting announced. Because he was so straight faced, almost like his mind was anywhere but there.
Yeah. No, he's an interesting dude, and I feel like he has no poops to give. He's just like, whatever. I can do whatever I want at this age. But anyway, that show's really good. But there's a scene where Danny DeVito plays the proctologist for Michael Douglas's character. So there's a scene where Danny DeVito is, in theory, got his finger up Michael Douglas's hoo-ha there because he's checking him right during a doctor visit, and all I could think of was, is romancing the stone. That's the last time they did anything together.
Oh yeah, or Jewel of the Nile, or War of the Roses.
Oh, maybe War of the Roses. Yeah, I forgot about that.
That might have been the.
But those guys used to like. That was your matchup back in the days. You would have Danny DeVito and you would have Michael Douglas, and they would create that weird dichotomy. And now here he is with his finger up his hoo-ha. That's weird. Anyway,
does Michael Douglas sing Moon River?
No, but that would be great if he did.
That would be great.
Yeah, it'd be real good. All right, well, fantastic night for all. I'm glad we all had a good time.
Yeah.
May we all do it again soon. All right, Dunaway is on his way. We're gonna get him in here.
Good deal.
Have us a bit of fun. Take us to new heights of fun and good times. And we're gonna play this first. Hey, Brian Dunaway, you there?
Yeah, but what if I hadn't answered? You would have played all that music for nothing.
I know, I do that all the time. It's all faith that you're going to show up.
It is all faith.
Yeah, I like to
Gotta
show
have
my
a little faith, the faith. Yeah,
baby. Take my heart away. I don't know the rest of the words. He sings other things.
You just did all of them.
Yeah, that's really all the important words.
I was thinking yesterday or today of my camera shrunk for some reason. Why? Hold on a second, you guys.
Ibid, I shrunk the camera.
Why did my camera shrink? Oh, there it is.
That is weird.
It's fine now.
Is it cold?
Everything's
Cold in the studio?
Everything's fine. I was in the pool. All right.
Testosterone.
Dunaway's here to play Babble Royale. It's a little game we play with you guys where you get to be the contestant on der show. And we already have a caller on the line. Let's see who this is. Hi, who's this? Hello?
Hi, this is Justin from New York.
Justin from New York. What part of New York are you from? The big city up north? Where are you from? Or at?
The opposite end, down by PA and Ohio and all that.
Oh,
The
all right.
Lake area.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a cool little, not Four Corners, but, place to get around and go to other places that aren't in your own state. That's fantastic. Welcome to the show. I hope there's not a lot of snow or anything bogging you down. There is here, so if you don't have enough, we'll send some your way. It's fine. I don't mind.
Crazy. It's sunny.
Oh, we got a whole lot of nothing so far. I don't know why, but it's been a dry one so far for winter.
Yeah. It just snowed all last night.
I'll take it.
Brian, you want some? You want some snow? I can give you some snow.
No, we're fine. We're fine without.
Okay.
We can go without. Thanks.
Dunaway, you want a little sleet and ice? How you feeling down there? You want a little something?
We just shut everything down. No, I don't want.
Yeah, your whole city shuts. Your whole state goes. Okay, everything's off. We're not moving. Nobody moves.
What is this? It's the apocalypse.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Well, it's good to have you here, and it's Jake, right? I have that right, Jake.
Justin.
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 Why did I say Jake? What's wrong?
I don't know.
with
I
me?
type it. If you look over in the show notes, I try to remember to type it above the prizes.
Oh, I spelled Jake like that. Justin is. That's how I spell Jake. Justin. That's how I spell Jake.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see
I
that.
figured. I mean, it's close.
It's real close. All right, we're gonna play a little game. Brian's gonna explain the rules and what Justin could win.
That's right, Jakeston. I'll give Scott and Brian Dunaway a topic, and they're going to go back and forth giving me answers for that topic. If one of these yahoos gives a wrong answer or repeated answer, or they take too long to come up with an answer, the win is going to go to the other player. Your job is to predict who's going to come out on top based on the topic. Today, you are playing for the carryover prizes from last week, Cities, Skylines, and the After Dark DLC, as well as Star Wars Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2. And today we are adding a copy of the brand new, fresh, hot out of the oven Assassin's Creed Odyssey on PC, courtesy of Joe Lamberdazzi.
It's a really good game. My game of the year and also platform of the year. It runs so good on PC. Oh,
wow. Cool. If I may have misspoken, you're not getting that because somebody might be keeping it named Brian Ibbett. You're going to get a wadded up piece of paper from my desk.
Sweet. That thing would be worth big money one day. Put it on eBay. You'll make all kinds of cash. It'd be awesome.
That's right.
No, you're getting the game.
You're getting the game. Of course you are. Your topic today is another one coming to us from TMS Mashups. This is the top 20 game consoles based on sales. So the top 20 best-selling game consoles of all time, according to Wikipedia, sorted by millions of units sold, not by the amount of money they made, but the amount of units, the number of units sold.
Okay. I like units sold. Units sold is good.
Okay. Good.
Fantastic.
Sell that unit.
Yeah. So, all right. So, who's starting? Who do you want to start?
Yeah, Justin. Who do you think is going to win, and who do you want to start?
I think to start or to win.
Either one.
You
both
give me both, so
all
you
right.
can put them in any order. Just let me know.
I'm going to go with Scott to win, but Brian to start.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, Brian. Okay.
All right. Well, Brian,
Yes.
name a console, and let's see where it is on the list.
A console. I'm going to go with my current favorite console because I know they sold tons of these, the PlayStation 4.
Oh.
The PlayStation 4, number 6 on the list. They've sold
really?
86.1 million of these.
Yeah. I'm going to say the PlayStation 2. I believe it still has the #1 spot, but you can tell me one way or the other.
That's probably good.
PlayStation 2 does have the #1 spot. You know what I'm going to do?
They sold
Because
that
I'm
thing
realizing
for like 12 years.
there's so many in this list. I'm almost wondering if I should just make it the top 15 and make it a little bit tougher because I'm going to do that. I'm going to make it the top 15.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
That makes it easier because I can't think of more than 15 consoles.
Exactly. Well, and I'm looking at this list and saying, yeah, okay. I mean, I'd even guess that one, and what do I know? So, all right. So, yes, PlayStation 2, though, #1 with 155 million units sold.
Units.
Still the king of kings there.
That's
Right. I'm gonna say. Well, let's just stick with the PlayStations. I'm gonna say that the PlayStation 1 was a hefty seller.
It totally was. Came out in 1994. 102.5 million units sold.
Okay.
Putting it #4 on the list.
Does this include handhelds? Or no?
It does.
It does.
Yep, it totally does.
The Nintendo...
Nintendo, that's wrong. It's out.
Nintendo DS.
The Nintendo DS. That's a good choice. #2 on the list. 154 million. Just 500,000 shy, or a little bit more than 500,000 shy of the PlayStation 2 numbers.
All right. Yeah, very successful platform.
Very successful.
And I'm gonna go with the NES. Then that's where I'm gonna go.
The
The NES, got to be there.
1983, 61.9 million units sold, putting it at number 12.
Ooh.
That's some dangerous ground.
Yeah,
You're
tickling the cheese down there at the bottom there.
Don't tickle the cheese.
Well, Oh boy, that actually helps. That gives me a little perspective here. I do know that the SNES, the Super NES, was a huge hit, so it's got to be higher than that one.
It's not, but it's only one lower than that.
Really?
49.1 million, putting it number 13. So just
Everybody
under.
I knew had an NES.
Yeah, but a SNES, that's crazy to me. I can't believe it's lower. That's crazy. Okay, that's fine. Whatever.
I think it's something here that is a factor that we probably didn't take into consideration is how the life of the console and how long it was about, and being sold. So I think that's
compressed over time for sure. That's gotten tighter.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. What do you say?
Well,
Dominic?
I know that. I mean, I remember all these consoles coming out and a lot of hubbub in all, the right circles. But I don't think I am shocked that we haven't said the Wii yet, because that was such a mass market seller. It has to be huge, right?
Yeah.
The Nintendo Wii.
The Nintendo Wii,
The Wii.
101.6 million. Yeah, putting it number 5 on the list. Came out in 2006.
Lower than I thought it'd be.
Well, you've named almost all the top 5 except for number 3. So.
Okay.
Well, let's get a little Microsoft in here and say the Xbox 360.
The Xbox 360, 84 million, putting it number 7. Came out in 2005.
All right. It's pretty good. We're getting there, dude. This is starting to get there.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
The grid is starting to fill up.
Yep.
Right. Did we already?
Don't ask.
What I'm really getting worried about is I've been thinking all of them through my head, and I can't remember if we said them. Ooh, I've never accidentally said something twice yet. Have we ever done that yet?
No.
I think early on you might have done that. Yes. Because I think Scott may have done it like almost immediately after you said something. He said the same answer.
Did I really do that? I did that?
Did you say that?
So. Yeah.
Super dumb.
Did you say that? You didn't say the Game Boy Advance, did you?
Well, are you asking or are you telling? Or?
Yeah, I'm asking because you're a moron, and you'll tell me for sure.
I'm definitely not saying one way or the other.
I thought you said something about a Game Boy. I'm going to go with the Game Boy Advance.
That's a good choice. Number 10 on the list, 81.5 million units sold of the Game Boy Advance. The GBA, as it was affectionately called.
Everyone loves the GBA. Actually, the GBA SP clamshell design is still the greatest portable game design in the history of ever. I loved it.
Did you get a GBA?
The 3DS has to be there on the list.
The Nintendo 3DS, just under the GBA. 73.5 million came out in 2011. The Nintendo 3DS. The Nintendo 3DS.
3DS.
Wait, what position on the list is it again?
Number 11.
11?
That was number 11.
Number 11. Oh my God.
So yeah, you still
I
have
feel like we've
3,
named them all.
8, 9, 14, and 15 still to name.
3, 8, 9, 4, 4, 4,
8, 9, 4, so 5 spots.
I'm gonna say I want to say it, but I'm so afraid to say because I want to get away into the Sega stuff. I'm just not sure if they ever really, because it was always like lagging behind everybody else. Even though I love the Sega, but was it ever in the top 15? I'm gonna say the Sega Genesis.
Are you?
No, don't. No, I take it back. I meant I said.
No, you have
I meant
to take it.
say.
You have to have it. You have to have it.
Sega Genesis, 30.75 million units sold.
What
However,
does that mean?
number 16 on the
No.
So Justin,
Blast processing isn't going to save you now, buddy. Yeah, well done. Nice job. Here's this.
Congratulations. You're a winner.
You're a winner, and you
So,
get to play it. Can I guess as the other spots?
yeah. You absolutely can. Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure the PSP did real well, especially in
surprisingly
Japan.
did. Yeah, number 9 on the list, 82 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to say the Atari 2600 because it was so iconic, but the gaming market just wasn't as big then. How did it fare?
It was number 17. It was just below the Sega Genesis, 30 million instead of 30.75.
I didn't say that one
for the Genesis.
And what was the other one I was going to say? Oh, the N64 has got to be in the top 15.
N64 is in the top 15. It is number 15 with 32.9 million. The other ones, number 3 is the Game Boy / Game Boy Color. So you said the Game Boy Advance, but you guys didn't do the Game Boy, which was the number 3 system.
Right.
118.6 million sold. PlayStation 3 in the 8th spot. You danced around that one with all the other PlayStation models.
Well, I couldn't remember which ones we had said. So
I know, and I'm so glad you guys don't write it down because that would be cheating.
Yeah.
The Xbox One rounding out the top 15 in the number 14 spot with 39.1 million.
Yeah, well, there you go. Congratulations.
By the way, your bottom 5, Genesis 2600, Xbox, the original, Nintendo Switch in number 19, and GameCube is number 20.
All right, well, there you have it.
The GameCube just doesn't get enough love.
The GameCube does not get enough love and deserves more love all the time. What's right after GameCube? I'm just curious.
Oh, I don't know because it stops at 20.
Oh, it ends there. I'm just wondering. I'm thinking of things like the Saturn and the Game Gear and like
the
Dreamcast,
television, the ColecoVision.
Yeah,
the Vita, the PlayStation Vita.
Yeah, where'd the Vita end up on this list? I'd love to know
I'd be curious about those.
I like the Vita. I still have the Vita.
I did. And I like the fact that you could play your PS4 games or your PS3 games through the Vita.
Yeah, and you still can with the PS4 games. Will play right through. It's still a thing.
Right.
I just think Sony sucks for letting it languish. I don't know what they're doing. Dummies. You dummies?
Dummies.
Good job. Well done, Jake. No. Justin.
Yes. What?
Justin, you're getting all this stuff.
I'm Jakeston.
Jakeston, yes. You'll get all this stuff via email. All you got to do is email Brian Ibbett at coverville@gmail.com. He will hook you up and send you on your way with these fantastic prizes. Congratulations again, and well done. Give our best to New York. Brian Dunaway, fantastic work. Today, at 3:30 Mountain Time, he and I will be engaging in the Boop Show, which I'm excited about.
Show.
I have so
we'll talk a lot less stats.
Oh, yeah, way less stats.
Right?
A lot more about what we're doing.
Yeah, and I got 2 or 3 things to gush about, and I'm super stoked. 2019 already looking like a rad year as far as I'm concerned. So, did I say 2019? Yeah, I did.
Yes, 2019. You got it. Good job.
Just making sure. So that's happening 3:30 Mountain Time at frogpants.tv. Come watch it and see it live if you want, or you can catch the podcast later at frogpants.com/BOOP. And it's available wherever you get your podcasts. Brian Dunaway, take it easy. Have fun, and we'll see you later. All right. That went well. I enjoyed the hell out of that. That was a good time today. Good topic.
That was a fun topic.
Who topicked you up on that again? Who was the?
That was TMS Mashups. He's been knocking it out of the park with some great suggestions for Babel Royale topics. So
we'll have a sweet mashup from him later. In fact, so
ooh, good. I can't wait.
Yeah, stay tuned for that. All right. Well, in the meantime, there's this.
This is your radio newscaster with another exclusive, sensational summary of world and local events.
Check it out. It's the news brought to you by.
We are in the final throes of Operation Boomer Operation. Get your print packs with no shipping as soon as possible. That is ASAP for you folks. Frogpants.com/store.
Yeah, get in there. Thank you everybody who's supporting it so far. It's been great, and we are just about to the goal, and we're also running out. Cool. So if you want to get in on this, now's the time to do it. Quick recap: Boomer's getting an operation on Thursday for her hip replacement thing. She's just a puppy and got injured in a wrestling match with a pit bull. And Nick is broke and wants to still figure out a way to pay for it. So we came up with this alternative, a way for you guys to get stuff and contribute to offsetting the costs of this a very expensive operation for his dog. So if you are interested, check it out over there at frogpants.com/store. It's the first listing. You can't miss it. Okay. Here's our first story of the day. A massive 400-pound hog was captured in Florida near a school bus stop. Massive.
400 pounds. No kidding.
Would you call this a swine if it's a male pig? Or
oh, yeah, right.
I don't know how this works.
Right, we did talk about this, that there was a... the swine versus pig versus hog really did depend on weight.
Oh, right.
We talked about this a while back. So let's see. A hog means a domestic pig that weighs more than 120 pounds. Swine is just basically interchangeable.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So hog is the weight differentiation.
Hog is the term because it's a big old frickin' 400-pound monster.
That's right. And if it's under 50 pounds, then it's some pig.
About 2 weeks ago, they received a call reporting a very large boar hog that was tearing up sod around a playground near a school. Nearby residents sent them a nighttime photo of the giant beast rooting behind a tree, looking for truffles.
Oh, that's a boar hog.
A boar hog.
See that? I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. That was my nickname in high school, the boar hog. I took a deer trap out there with the pig being that size. Very seldom do you run into something that big. So what I did is I used hurricane straps to strap down the trap. I don't even know what that is, a hurricane strap. What's that?
Well, that's what you do to strap things down when a hurricane is coming. So like it's a
well, I
like
figured
a canvas
that
strap.
I figured that, but it's the part of like what does it actually look like, not the.
Oh, I'm sure it's like a big canvas strap with a buckle on it that you basically pull through, and we had them for our boats. Like you'd basically put this on your boat when you have it out on moorings, so that if there is a high wind, it's not gonna blow your mast or your wadded up sails open and start causing major problems.
Sure.
Hurricane straps.
Yeah, hurricane straps. Get them while they're hot at your local, I don't know.
This photo of the 400-pound hog, I mean, it doesn't look that big until you realize that's not a tree it's sitting behind, it's a building.
No, it's monstrous.
It's a skyscraper.
It's a skyscraper, yeah. It's like a pig in the Rampage game.
Exactly right.
Gosh, look at the size of this freaking thing. That's huge. That tree is... I'm guessing that thing comes up to my hips.
Yeah, I would say so. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. John in Florida put some hurricane straps on there. That's what we used for our boats.
Quick follow-up. So Kevin Spacey was in court yesterday.
I think today. Today was the official arraignment.
Oh, today's the arraignment.
Today's the arraignment, yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah,
Kevin Spacey appears in court today. Chattanooga or something like that.
I see you guys have all made up your mind about me.
Here it is. Kevin Spacey has pleaded not guilty.
Not believe everything you hear.
It's already happened, it looks like. Yeah. He has pleaded not guilty in court.
Okay. Did he do it in the Frank Underwood voice, like just to kind of keep the train roll, the crazy train rolling?
I don't think so.
I'm going to plead not guilty, Your Honor.
Can you imagine?
Where's my wife?
People would be so pissed. Where's Robin Wright Penn when you need her?
Where's Robin Wright Penn?
She's just Robin Wright again, right?
That's right. She's no more Penn.
Because nobody can be Penn. You can't, even if you're with Penn and then you leave Penn.
Nobody can be Penn for long.
No, no one's ever Penn for long. You get the PENN lasts like a hot 3 months and then you're out. Anyway, big pigs. Hey, a pho restaurant.
Speaking of pigs, Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, speaking of pigs.
The pho restaurant.
Yes, and some pig meat. There's a restaurant had to remove its sign following a city's concerns over its name. But what are they going to do with all the T-shirts they made? The owner of the soon-to-be reopening French Vietnamese restaurant in New Hampshire is set to meet with the city manager of Keene. That's the city, Keene, the city of Keene. Following concerns of the eatery's name sounds like a profane phrase. Pho King Great is the name of the place. Pho King Great. Which is not scheduled to open until March. It's already been, it's been displaying its small sign prominently featuring the name, which is both a play on the Vietnamese dish, pho, pronounced pho, and the name of the town, Keene. Well, obviously, duh, we know that. They don't have to explain that article.
Thanks for explaining. What is it supposed to sound like, Fox 5 New York? Could you explain that too?
No kidding.
We have a pho place here in South Denver. I think it's just called something like Pho 75 or something. I don't know why. Do they do that in Salt Lake City? Like a lot of our pho restaurants here in Colorado are Pho 88, Pho 75, Pho 64, and I don't know. Some of them are related to the streets they're on, but I don't know what the other ones are. Like,
that's really weird. I don't know
what the numbers. Is it just that's the order in which they were added to the city?
Well, here's our names. I just picked up the top 10 in our area. Pho Teho,
okay.
Lakai, Little Saigon, All Che, and Somi Vietnamese bistro.
Oh, interesting.
So
Okay,
nobody's
yeah,
got like oh, here's a Pho 28.
There you go. Yeah, Talizarel says we had Pho 18 and Pho 20 in Galveston. So Pho 75 in South Denver has the Pho King Challenge, where if you consume this 200-ounce bowl of pho with 2 pounds of meat, 2 pounds of noodles, and a big plate of vegetables, then you get a T-shirt that says "I'm a Pho King winner."
Nice.
And if you buy it and don't finish it, you get an alternative T-shirt that says "I'm a Pho King loser."
Nice. There's no way to go and edit that so Brian's
I know, exactly. Yes, I tried to make as much of a pause there as possible.
So I take it back. There are places. We've got Pho 28, Pho 28, Pho 99. What's with the numbers? That's weird.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been to any of these places.
John Florida 1968 says oftentimes they're lucky numbers. In some Asian cultures, 8 is associated with wealth or prosperity. Repetition is considered desirable. So that explains why there's a Pho 88 up here near me.
Okay.
To mark a date in Vietnamese history, the owner's personal life, for example, Pho 67 could stand for 1967, the year the owner fled Vietnam during the war. The Pho 75s of the world are probably honoring 1975, the year Saigon fell. That's really interesting.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
Yeah, repetitive numbers. Pho 99, Pho 33 in Midvale, says Wanabos.
Yeah, why 28? What's that about? That's not very repetitive. 28?
No, maybe the owner's birthday. Maybe they were born in 1928.
No.
Or their father's birthday or something.
Their father's birthday.
Flags of our fathers.
Yeah, their fathers and mothers. That's how they say it over there. An astronaut accidentally called 911 from space. This is great.
Nice.
Not just because an astronaut did it, but because also because it was a Dutch astronaut, and I think it's fun to make fun of the Dutch. Let's see here. The Dutch astronaut described how he accidentally contacted the American emergency services on 911 while in orbit above the Earth. Andre Coopers described the experience while speaking on radio program about his missions and communications between the Earth satellites and astronauts orbiting the planet, according to the country's public broadcaster, Neanderlezer Stickling Ting.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Thank you. Confirmation.
Netherlands, Omroep.
Stichting. Y'all need to freaking just I don't know what you need to do.
Right. Can we all just work on American names, please?
Look, we'll do if you guys will change your crap, we'll move to metric full time.
We'll move to metric just to make it even. Yeah, perfect.
We'll get right on that. Anyway, he was trying to contact NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston. He missed an all-important number and accidentally called the U.S. Emergency Services. He's 60 years old. Said to reach the Houston Center, orbiting astronauts have to dial 9 for an outside line. They literally have to dial 9 for an outside line.
How many other people are they going to call? Wouldn't they just have like speed dial, press this button to reach NASA?
Yeah, there should be like a little J on the thing or something, and you just hit it and you go. It's really weird.
You should have to dial 9 to get an outside line. That's the best part.
Yeah, it's like being at a hotel or something.
Right.
Then you have to do the 011. Well, what he did was accidentally hit 911. And let's see, his comms. Let's see, the slip up was a security alert at the Houston Center. He explained the emergency staff had to check the room where the space station line connected to Earth. It was a little disappointing they had not come. I was a little disappointed they had not come up. He joked. I don't get it. Oh, come up to get him.
This is Newsweek. I would have said this story is BS because I didn't think you could actually do a regular phone call from space. I thought you had a piece of communications equipment that let you talk to ground control, and it wasn't like, hey, let's call the Krogers by my house and ask him if they got Prince Albert in a can.
Yeah, basically.
I think you could just make any call you want from space.
I'm going to say this though, that is one handsome, well put together, in shape 60-year-old astronaut. Look at that guy.
I got to take a look.
He's a normal looking dude. He's not 60 looking. That guy looks 35. Like that.
No kidding.
Here's how you get. Although it looked like his partner is a freaking serial killer. That dude's scary as crap.
He's just not smiling.
Yeah, he's scary.
Come on, it's the baldness, man. Keeps looking young.
Whoa, what's with the lips below this? Do you see the lips in the articles below this?
I see the articles below. I must have a different. I've got Sonic attack on U.S. Embassy, CBS CC interview,
Here, I'll send it to you.
Beachgoers stung by blue bottle jellyfish ambush. I don't have any lips.
What do they call this? There's a word for this.
Duck lips?
No. Sorry, the area where they put these extra articles, these little...
Oh, yeah.
It's called something. It has a name.
Recommended follow-ups or whatever.
Yeah, but it's got like it's got a poop name. Somebody gave it a poop name. And it's like now a common thing for web designers. Like, that's where we put and then the derogatory term. But I can't remember.
Pops and Recline says the Tabbouleh links.
Tabbouleh links?
Oh, well, clickbait. Yeah, clickbait.
No, it's clickbait. It's something else.
Yeah.
It's not the shit section. It's something else. There's an actual term for this area of the page. And I heard it a few weeks ago and thought it was brilliant, but now I don't remember it. Not the footer. Jake Calhoun, the footer. No, it's something else, man. Can't remember what it is. And it is clickbait ads. And it is link bait. Those are all true statements, what you guys are saying. But somebody has given it an actual term, and now it's going to drive me crazy. Not the sewer. Not the Virginia.
The Virginia.
The taint.
Okay,
the cesspool.
so thanks to an article that DJ Stengel put in the tadpole, astronauts have an IP phone which works functionally through a computer. It's like space Skype. They can call any phone in the world if they have the right satellite coverage. So yeah, they can call home whenever they want and do like a little FaceTime.
No, that's cool. I mean, you'd think in this day and age, especially if you're in low Earth orbit, it wouldn't be that big a deal. Like you're not on Mars or something. By the way, the girl in that photo for this article about the phone, I'd cut that hair is what I'd do.
It seems like an OSHA violation for space.
Yeah, that's gonna get all
She's
tangled
gonna
up.
Wake up strangled in her weightless sleeping bag.
Yeah, man.
This is ground control to Major Tom.
She can't finish the song.
You need to pay your balance, 'cause we've only got 5 minutes left of Skype.
It's not as good as Hangouts. Don't believe the hype.
Well done, sir. Well done for the follow-up rhyming lyric.
Well, I had to rhyme, I had to rhyme.
Yeah, no, that's very good.
Oh, Lordy, it's 10. All right, we're going to skip this last thing, and we're going to go straight to a break. Hey, let's take a break. It's going to be music, and we're going to come back with major spoilers, Trek Nerd, and all that. So, Brian, what do you got for me today? What's going on?
Well, we're going to go to a singer named Robin, but not the Robin, R-I-R-O-B-Y-N from Sweden, but an artist named Robin Cage that I'm stalling because I did not have my notes up for Robin Cage's song. Hello. Hi, how are you?
Right past
this is from the album Tales of a Thief. This is really cool. And, the live listeners and you, Scott, will know this, but our recorded listeners won't, that we can't play them in the live shows anymore, that we add them posthumously to the shows.
Yes.
This is one I want you to go back and listen to. You live listeners, you streamers, go back and listen to this one. We'll find a link for you to check it out. Scott, I want you to listen to this too because it's a really, really cool song. The singer, Robin Cage, from her album Tales of a Thief. Here's the song, The Cave.
All right. Why won't this play now? Oh, here we go.
It sure makes you mad when you try and still can't get a blaze started.
What a disorderly arrangement. These people are completely ignorant of space war tactics.
The morning stream. Looks like I pulled a Johnson.
All right, we're back, everybody. Welcome back to the program. Oh, I forgot. We don't do Steven's Slack. No, he's Skype, right? We do Steven on Skype.
Steven on Skype, I think.
It's been 2 weeks because of the stupid holidays.
By the way, I should have mentioned, Robin Cage is from Park City, Utah.
What?
So nice and close.
What? That's that's fantastic.
You think I kid? I don't kid.
You no kid. This is never a kid from Brian. You count on him not kidding. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, I was getting into the groove there for a minute, but now I'm not. Hey, look at this, everybody. It's time to play this little sound. Steven Schleicher from Majorspoilers.com, everyone's favorite place to go for pop culture references, comic book news, and reviews, and much, much more. Steven Schleicher, all the way from Hays, Kansas. Hello, Steven.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Brian.
Oh.
Good morning, Stephen. So good to hear your voice again.
Yeah, it's been like last year.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, yes.
2 full weeks of no Steven, and I don't like that. Not a fan.
No.
I like having you here. I like having our Mondays, and the stupid holidays landed on Mondays this year, and so, or last year, I guess. That kind of jacked us up, but it's fantastic to have you back. I hope you had a good one and a happy first week of the new year and all that.
Yeah, it was okay. A little sick, but that's expected when you have kids.
Yeah, that's true. They're little petri dishes, those little bastards. You know what I mean? I shouldn't call your kids bastards. I'm sure they have a nice mom. Anyway, hey, let's get to it. Steven, it's always good to have you here. A few things going on, although stuff kind of does quiet down around the holidays across all sorts of areas that we like to cover on the show, and that includes stuff you do. However, it is worth noting that Aquaman, which Brian saw, have you seen it?
I did see it.
Okay, good. I've not seen it.
That's okay.
Did you feel the same way I did?
Out.
Like it's better than most of the DC stuff has been, but not nearly as good as Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that's how I thought about it. I thought it was fine. It's a fine movie.
It's a fine movie.
According to, I talked to him again last night to confirm this. I was talking to Justin
Aquaman?
Robert Young.
Oh, yeah, he loves it.
I was talking to Aquaman. Well, Jason Momoa. He and I are pals.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, no, I talked to Justin last night. I said, hey, a lot of people are pining for you to come on Tuesday and defend your position that Aquaman's a great movie. And he says, no.
Not just a great movie. Yeah, okay.
He says, not just a great movie, the best movie ever made.
I'm sorry, that's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
I kind of agree. Well, it's really Mad Max Fury Road. But anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is...
Sorry.
The point is, I mean, don't get me wrong. In the last decade, my 2 favorite movies are Mad Max Fury Road and Spider-Verse. And they're right up there sharing. They're almost like on the same seat.
Yeah.
Wow. That's how strongly I feel about Spider-Man.
So
really
it took us a long time to go see Aquaman.
Yeah.
We were going to go see it over the Christmas holiday. We're going to go see it in a nice theater and, make a fun time of it. The kids didn't want to do it. Kids were just like, nah, we don't want to go.
Really?
And so it's like, okay, well, if you guys have no interest in it, that's fine. We'll go do other things.
Yeah.
It took us about a week after the movie. It was about a week and a half after the movie came out before I was finally dragged my oldest son with me to the movie. And I before we went in, I said, well, here's the problem. This could be a really great movie, but we've already seen Spider-Man. And so that has set the expectation really, really high. So don't be surprised if you come out of this just going, it's okay.
Yeah.
He enjoyed it. And everybody else coming out around us in the theater were just like, oh, that was such a great movie. That was such a good movie. Oh, that was so much fun.
Do you feel like In the Shadow Spider-Verse, though, it's made it harder for you to enjoy it? Like,
I think that's probably part of it.
Okay.
I mean, it's a fine movie. There's nothing wrong with Aquaman.
Yeah.
In fact, it's made $900 million as of this, $940 million worldwide.
It's done really, really well. Yeah.
It has passed Justice League, Man of Steel, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, Dawn of Justice, and those movies in the DCEU. It's like way up there.
Yeah, I mean, you can't fault it, I suppose, for raking it in. That Jason Momoa, he's a handsome boy.
He is. He's a good-looking guy.
He's probably part of the draw, I think.
Yeah, I think he's a huge
guys are
part
going
of it.
because they love Aquaman. Women are going because they love Jason Momoa.
Yeah, my wife's I mean, she'll admit it freely. She's like, my whole reason I want to see Aquaman is not for Aquaman. I want to see Jason Momoa with his shirt off, which is great.
But there's a lot of that. So.
Yeah, well, that's cool. Oh, I assume, yeah. Like, does he ever? Is it in the very end of the movie that he finally dons the yellow and green?
Oh, man, that'd be too much of a spoiler for
Okay.
you, Scott.
All
You're going to have to go see the movie and find out for yourself.
Because in the
You have to
trailer,
plunk down your hard-earned cash to find out for yourself.
the trailer, they make a big deal of it. Him standing there in a waterfall or something, looking all bad in his traditional costume.
That's a third act moment.
All right. Well, I don't want to.
Also, there is no reason to see this movie in 3D.
Is that what you did?
Yeah,
you saw it in 3D?
I saw it on IMAX, and I didn't need to. But
Yeah.
It was the only movie available at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So,
Oh,
yeah.
that's no good. We saw Mary Poppins that day. That was a delightful film. You guys should.
I would say that was a better choice.
Yeah. Isn't
No,
that?
Mary Poppins is in Aquaman, so.
Oh, I didn't know that. What's she doing in there?
She is doing a voice.
Oh, she's not she's not a bodied actress person.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well,
Julie Andrews was in Aquaman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't you know, Brian? It's called SOB. No, just kidding.
Yondu was in Aquaman?
I really like Emily Blunt, so you could, you've sold me a little more on Aquaman than I was previous to now, so I'll have to check it out. All right, well, it's killing it money-wise, and I guess that's good for DC. I always wish these were higher quality so that it would also be a sign of people flock to see high-quality films.
Well, and so here's the thing that's going to happen. So this is the very last movie that Zack Snyder had any kind of involvement in, and he's an executive producer on this. When we hit Shazam and Wonder Woman 84, both of those movies have no involvement with Snyder. So we'll see if there is a change in the movie and the audience's expectations and the reactions from the movie here in about, 2 months when Shazam, or I'm sorry, Shazam hits theaters.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I have a lot of concerns about that thing.
Captain Not Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah, Captain Not Marvel Shazam.
I have a lot of concerns about that. I think the trailer makes it look freaking weird. Oh.
Yeah, it's a big movie.
Hold on, chat room's saying I didn't get it. Julie Andrews is actually in Aquaman. Oh.
She is.
Oh, really?
I thought Emily Blunt was. Brian saw it and he didn't know.
I didn't know that. I honestly, when you said that, I thought, I didn't know Emily Blunt was in that. But I didn't realize it was Julie Andrews. Really? Where? Which
she the mom?
I can't tell you. It's a spoiler.
She's like a mom, right?
No, she's not a. Well, no, she's a. I can't tell you.
The person is a mom.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever, man.
All right, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to Google it.
Yeah, Google it, Brian.
You will know who it is, Brian, once you see it, and then you think and go,
sure.
Oh, really? They got Julie Andrews for that, and it's such a short bit in the movie.
Is she a dolphin that he calls to come help save everybody?
No, but he does ride a seahorse at the end.
Yeah,
and there is some of that in the movie as well.
Is there?
Yes.
Does he water ski on dolphins? Please tell me he water
No,
skis.
he does on a seahorse, though.
Shut up.
He's giant seahorse?
All right, this is DVD for me. I can't go to the theater for that. Can't do it.
Oh.
Brian figured it out.
Okay, really?
Brian figured it out.
Yeah, I'm surprised too.
Okay. Her name's Martha, though. Is her name Martha? No?
No.
Okay.
No, but I made a comment after seeing this movie that I felt like that thing... Seeing the thing that is related to Julie Andrews made this the movie prequel to another series that I felt like that thing looked like.
Oh.
Boy, that's not spoilery at all.
No. No, I'm confused, so it's fine. She's the Kraken. That's right, chat room. She voiced the Kraken. Or did she? Did she actually voice a Kraken? That seems too stupid to be true. Tell me she didn't voice a Kraken.
Per se.
Oh
it's
my
not really
gosh.
the Kraken.
All right.
No, it's also not necessarily the Cloverfield monster, but...
All right, fine. All right, well, there's that. That was a thing. Punisher Season 2 arrives on July 18th. The final, I guess, just him and Jessica Jones are the final bastions of Netflix Marvel crossover-y business that haven't been canceled yet.
Well, they will be as soon as the series comes out.
Yeah, that seems in keeping with what they've been doing.
Yep.
I'm excited about this because I actually think the Punisher stuff's the best they've done. That's my favorite of all of it.
A lot of people have said, even some friends of mine were like, oh man, the Punisher is so good, so good.
Yeah.
I only made it through halfway through the first season
Really?
before I was like, eh.
Oh, I liked it the most. I liked it more
I
than
need
any
to
of
go
it.
back and finish it, but I just couldn't get through it.
I liked it more than the old stuff, or the other stuff, and I don't know why. Like, none of it worked the way it did for me. So, for whatever reason, this is good news for me.
Yeah.
And then they're done.
And listen, everybody, this show is going to be canceled. Jessica Jones is going to be canceled.
Yeah.
And I appreciate everybody that's trying to start up a Save Daredevil campaign online, but it's not going to happen at this point.
Nope.
And what more than likely will happen is that Daredevil will show up on the Disney Plus streaming service when it arrives later this year at some point. Now, whether it'll have the original actors in there or not, I don't know, but it will show back up on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And as good as Netflix was for all of these shows, its rightful place is on this Disney streaming service where there's a more likelihood for crossovers and more of a likelihood for there being, Scarlet Witch and Loki's solo shows and was it Falcon and War Machine? No, Falcon and Winter Soldier. What's the combo show there?
I thought it was Scarlet Witch and Loki.
Oh, I thought.
Well, no, those are individual ones. There was one that was going to be a combo. Is it Winter Soldier and Falcon?
Winter Soldier and Falcon is what I remember. That's
Okay.
I think that's going on. But is it those actors, Anthony Mackie and
I think it is, yeah.
Jim
And
Bob
Sebastian
McCree
Stan.
or whatever his name is? What's his name?
Sebastian Stan.
Sebastian Stan, yeah. It's not Jim Bob McCree?
It is not Jim Bob McCree.
Somebody hire Jim Bob McCree. Get him going.
It's chitlin time.
Well, all right. So here's the bigger question. Will Disney opt to continue to support the actor who plays Punisher by making sure not only he but his 2 earlobes have their own trailers? Or will this be a cutting off point where like Disney's like, nope, not worth the extra expense. You're going to take your ears somewhere else.
Those earlobes are the very definition of a writer.
Yeah, exactly.
A couple of writers.
His whole contract is about the lobes. Stranger Things Season 3 arriving on July 4th. So you got to wait a little while.
Looking forward to this.
Aren't these kids in college by now? What's going on? They're not young enough to do this anymore, are they? They're all walking around.
Older things.
Yeah, older things. There's no way the kid with the teeth that won't grow in haven't grown in yet. They're growing in, right? He's got a boner in school. I know how this goes. I mean, what do you think, Steven? Do you think that they're getting too old, or what?
Oh no, not yet. What'll be really interesting is to see what happens this season. To see Stranger Things season 2 was not, as in my opinion, as good as the first one. Certainly, if you've seen the entire Aliens franchise, you have seen Stranger Things season 2. So I really want to see what they do with 3 to kind of redeem themselves. There's been a lot of talk that season 2 was kind of rushed, that they were put a lot of pressure to get this thing out because it was such a big hit. This one, as you said, Scott, it's a little bit longer before we get to see it again. But as the trailer and the teaser poster say, one summer can change everything. I don't know if we're going to see a little time travel going on in this or not.
Oh, maybe they get all because they kind of got Ghostbustery in the last one. And in this one, they could get a little Back to the Future-y if they wanted to.
Well, it's 1985 is the year that this story takes place.
Yeah,
so
it was a good year.
Yeah.
I loved 1985. One of my favorite years of being alive was that year.
Mm-hmm.
It's something about it. I don't know what. Couldn't put my finger on it. A combination of music and movies and pop culture. 85 rocked. All you people,
84, 85 are a great year for movies. And I've talked about this before because a lot of it has to do with when we hit that particular age, when you hit that 14, 15-year-old, that is the time that imprints most with you throughout the rest of your life.
Yeah. All you 30-year-olds, however old you are, that were born right around 84, 85, I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you. Because you don't know how cool 85 was. You were a baby. You were your mother's teat. You weren't doing anything cool. You weren't seeing Back to the Future. You were just sucking down formula and pooping your diapers.
Wow.
Lame.
Wow.
What else? Batwoman coming to the CW. It's got that lady in it.
Yeah, Ruby Rose.
Ruby Rose. Yes. So we have any
tattooed lady.
How are we feeling about this one? Is this an exciting moment for fans, or what's the deal there?
I think it'll be very interesting to see what happens with this pilot, how well it's received, who else might also be in this show, because there's some talk that maybe we won't see another season of Supergirl. Mm-hmm. So maybe Supergirl and Batwoman will be world's finest together on this show. I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought her parts in the big Elseworlds crossover on The Flash this year was interesting. But you could tell that they were like, this is our only chance to do Batman on the CW. So let's dump every Batman reference that we can, every Batman villain that we can into this 1, 5, 10, 15-minute segment of the show. And it felt a little bit too much. But I thought Ruby Rose was fine. I think she plays dark and grim and brooding very well. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when this pilot arrives.
Yeah. When we get this when? Do you know when?
Oh, it's a pilot right now. So there have been no confirmations from the CW of any of next season shows. Those probably won't happen until late February, early April. So I don't know if this one will even get a green light to go into series. For sure, we will get another season of Green Arrow and The Flash. But some of the other ones, the Supergirl and the Legends of Tomorrow are kind of up for grabs. I'm kind of hoping that I'm still holding out hope that we will see a Legion of Superheroes show pop up in the next year or so, but it kind of depends on the comic books at this point.
I keep hearing Legends of Tomorrow is better than it has any right to be.
That's what a lot of people have been saying too.
Yeah,
it's a great way to describe it. Yeah, I mean it's so good, and you wouldn't think it, like on paper it would not sound good, but totally works.
And they're planning, as in the comics, as far as we know. I don't know if the pilot touches on this or if we know anything about this, but the comics are very open that she is gay.
Yeah, and it was hinted at in the Elseworlds event as well.
Okay, all right. So that would be good. I think. I don't want them to go. Maybe there's been chatter about this and I've just missed it, but it'd be cool if they were true to that character and explored that a little bit. I don't mean I need some hot lesbian scenes or anything. It's not what I mean, but you know what I mean. Like just some, be
getting down with Black Canary.
Always in costume. That's my rule. Anyway, fantastic. These are all good things happening, and you can find details about all of it at majorspoilers.com. Any big plans for the site in the new year or the shows or anything? What do you got going?
Well, so there's a couple of big things. First of all, Critical Hit, which is our Dungeons and Dragons. Well, really, it's just an RPG podcast at this point. But we will be hitting 500 episodes this year.
Oh, my gosh. Congratulations, dude.
Yeah, so we're very excited about that. It should come out in April. And so we're hoping that a lot of people will get on board and support us on our Patreon page, patreon.com/majorspoilers. But we've got that. We will probably hit episode 850 of the Major Spoilers podcast. I know it doesn't compare to anything that TMS is doing. What are we at, to 1727 or something like that by now?
1626 today.
Okay.
Yep.
So, it doesn't compare to anything you guys are doing, but I think for
you know what, though?
I'll tell you worth of shows.
I'll tell you what it does compare to. It is now officially longer than the entire life run of ELR. It is also only 44 episodes shy of where the instance is right now, and that show's 10 years old. Yeah. No, wait. I'm sorry. 12 years old.
Yeah. Older than that.
So well done, dude. That's all I'm saying. That's a really good. I mean, anything over 500, as far as I'm concerned, makes you a legacy podcaster like the rest of us.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh yeah, the cutoff date, like the average fizzle time for a podcast, is way before 500. So you're doing great.
Yeah, you're doing good. Lifetime achievement, the Steven Schleicher Award is what we're.
Well, it's certainly from our calculations, right. We are the Critical Hit is the longest continuous, uninterrupted real play podcast. I know that the Penny Arcade guys have been doing it for longer than us, but they have like 6 month, 8 month gaps in between their shows.
Sometimes
ours have been coming out weekly.
Yeah, they've sometimes got year long or more gaps between their episodes. So you guys are regular as hell. You're the fiber in the morning. Well done.
Yes, we are.
Check it out, everybody. Majorspoilers.com and of course Major Spoilers on Twitter. Stephen, have a fantastic week, and we look forward to seeing you again next Monday.
Stay hydrated.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, that's part of your. How much water are you supposed to drink on your WW, by the way?
60. No extra. Like nothing more than what you're supposed to do, just as a regular deal. 64 ounces is the. And they don't even really tell you that, but as a rule, 64 ounces. Is
they don't make you track it or anything. Just say how much you drank or whatever.
No.
Okay. All right.
No, but it is a really good idea because it fills you up, makes you feel full so that you eat less.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Daryl, time. Let's give him a call.
Daryl.
Dude, this will go longer because he takes forever to pick up. And, he did it faster than I thought he would. Wow, that's fantastic. Daryl, are you there?
Oh, I'm always fast.
Oh, that's fantastic. Hold on.
Hello.
Whoa. Hey, is your power still out?
As far as I know, I'm at work, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, his power's been out for like 30 plus hours at home. Ugh, and so you haven't
that sucks.
You're just a disgusting pile of unwashed man.
You can take a shower.
Where?
No, it's cold.
It's freezing cold.
Oh, because the water still works, but it's not heated.
Yeah. Well, wait. You guys have electric?
Yeah.
I thought not gas heated water. You don't do the gas?
No.
Oh, we have the gas.
Yeah, at the old place I had gas, and that was great. What did I just say?
That's a good one. I'm going to capture it out myself. Jamie, you can have it too, but I'm going to do it also. That was wonderful. Really enjoyed it. Daryl Skeels, of course, here to talk about all things Star Trek. Oh, and we have a theme. What am I doing here? We got a theme. Hold on. Here you go.
I protest. I am not a merry man.
Can I swim while I am on my period?
Yes. Daryl, let's talk about it. First of all, let's get this part out of the way, and then I have a very philosophical question, because there isn't a ton happening or going on, but I got a question about the Picard universe movie show they're going to be doing on the CBS All Access. Before we get to that, though, the final of the little shorts came out, and this one had Harry Mudd in it.
Yes.
from The Office there. What'd you think of that? How was that?
I thought it was not only the best short, I think it was the best Discovery thing yet.
Whoa, of all of it?
Of all of it.
Whoa.
Because it didn't take itself too seriously, and TOS and TNG have always had a sense of humor about them, and this had that, and it just tasted like Star Trek.
Okay. Wow. That's good. That's high praise.
Yeah.
Are these all
it yet.
are these anywhere but the app? Can I get it on YouTube or anything, or is it just the app?
They're only on CBS All Access. But I think no, you can get a DVD or Blu-ray or something now of season 1 of
Scott's going to do that even less than just getting CBS All Access for a month.
Yeah.
Scott, we might know somebody who, has hooked us up in the past. Who,
Gosh, Brian, what you're saying is so perplexing. I don't know who it would be.
Yes, there you go.
I'm perplexed as to who we'll contact.
There you go.
Anyway, I need to catch up on all that because I haven't seen it, and I am very much looking forward to the series. So, the premiere is when? When is it? Soon?
The 17th.
17th. So we don't have too much time before that kicks off, and I'm excited about that.
No, and that works out to being 1701 if you're British or whatever.
Right. And as usual, this is not a binge all at once deal, Netflix style. This is a once every week because that's how you keep people on your service, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You have to wait and pay.
All right. Captain Pike, Spock with a beard. Looks like he should be making me some kind of venti latte.
Exactly.
Who else?
He looks kind of like me right now.
Right. Oh, and that new Diablo season Daniel Newman mentions is very exciting to me. Not TV Diablo, but the season in the game because they're patching it, and this is a huge, exciting moment in Diablo. But anyway, well, all right then. That's all good and well. I have this question for you. The Picard series.
Mm-hmm.
It occurs to me that fans may have an expectation that isn't going to be met, and I don't mean that Patrick Stewart won't be good. I'm sure he will. The story's going to be great. Like, there's going to be some cool stuff. But this is not him helming some ship or exploring the universe, is it?
Well, we don't know yet.
I mean, could it be... what do we know? Do we know anything about what... Because we know he's old, right, and retired. Yeah. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either something... So if you want to be true Trekkie style, something has to suck him back in. Like the crystalline entity needs to show up at breakfast one morning and go... Picard, your job is to seek out new life and new whatever.
Well, I don't see why it can't be a like a continuation of his story. He's retired. He's left Starfleet. And maybe he's working as a consultant for
he's a working consultant. I love that.
It sounds really bad as I describe it.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
In all good things, the last TNG episode, he was in the future. It was 20 years in the future, and that's the timeline where the new Picard series is going to take place.
Okay.
So if you go by that, he's going to be running a winery or something.
Yeah, and he's kind of nutty then. He's a little nutty. Like Geordi came around with his eyeball things, and he says, "Hey, Picard, what's up?" And Picard's like, "I don't know what the hell's going on here." Like he was all cranky and crotchety.
Well, that's because Q was tossing him back and forth in time, and he had that disease too. But I guess it was mostly probably the time stuff that was confusing him.
Oh, that's a good point. All right, so. All right. Well, that was my question is just tonally to be Star Trekky. You want this to be our guy doing things that would be in his interests. Like, maybe he's just now just a spacefaring archaeologist because he was all into archaeology and stuff. So maybe that's a thing. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I'd be down with that. Kind of an old man Indiana Jones, but it's in space.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, this is fine because then you would discover new life and new possibilities and strange new things, and he might have a little skeleton crew, so you could have the crew aspect of what it is, and the ship could be called the USS Indiana or whatever, and he could go do stuff, right? And they could name the dog Indiana. There's so much they could do here.
Yeah, I'd like that.
All right.
That'd be good. It needs to be like that.
I hope that's what we get, or get something like it.
I just hope it's not him running his vineyard.
Yeah, because that's where he'll be cranky, right?
Yeah, that's not fun.
Then it's Gilmore Girls. It's just like going into town and Oh, we're at the restaurant I like, and oh, here's old Gates McFadden hanging around. I remember you. We were married for a hot second. Weren't they married for a second in the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How'd that go for them? Everything fine there?
Not so well, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll get back together, and it'll be a whole show. It'll be like Archie Bunker and Edith. He'll just be all racist and stuff.
Dr. Crusher, let me sit here in my recliner and watch 4 movies.
There are 4 episodes left of my favorite show. All right. Well, this is all fun. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely.
And, you know,
yeah.
There was this latest, The Escape Artist was the name of the Harry Mudd episode, and it was written by Michael, the name I can't pronounce, McMahon or McMahon or something, the Rick and Morty guy.
Oh, McMahon.
I was worried about this new animated series that's going to be produced by him.
Yeah.
I am no longer worried at all.
Oh, wow. They've assuaged your concerns. That's fantastic.
Yes, he is the right person to be in charge of that.
Yeah. It's kind of like when I found out Phil Lord was writing the Spider-Verse movie. And I got excited.
Oh, that was
because,
great.
Yeah, it was so good. And did you finally see it? You saw it?
Yeah, I saw it because of course, our own guy. What's his name? McGillicuddy that's on before me.
Oh, Steven Schleicher.
Steven Schleicher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm glad because that's super good. Did you see it with your son, or what'd you do there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, we all saw it, me and the 8-year-old daughter, and she liked it. Everybody loved it.
Yeah, because it's one of the best movies ever made, and certainly my favorite of this year. I mean, Brian's going to see all these farty, arty movies, and that's great because we need the Oscar stuff and all that.
I've seen this too. I saw Spider-Verse.
No. I'm just saying. I'm saying you always catch like all the Oscar favorites and all the stuff.
Oh,
and at the end of all of that, I will be curious to know, like at the end of Oscar season. When is that? It's like a month or something? Month and a half?
I think we find out the nominees in the next couple of weeks. I don't know what the...
I will be really curious after you've seen it all, though, what you'll say about your year. Like, what movie you'll love the most in 2018. If it will be Spider-Verse, if it will be one of these artsy-fartsy deals.
Yeah, right now it's Spider-Verse. I'm trying to think if there was... I mean, Infinity War gave me so much more emotion than Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's what I want to say is what drives my favorite movie of the year. Because it doesn't feel like you can say whether you liked Infinity War or not until you see Avengers 4.
Right.
Until you see Endgame. Because if they do a crap job of wrapping up the storyline, it's going to kind of make Infinity War a worse movie.
I agree. I totally agree. Well, all right. Picard in the future. Other stuff in the past.
Not in the past, Picard in the future.
Yeah, there you go. Nailed it. Daryl Skeels, everybody. He is the Trek Nerd on Twitter. You can follow him and give him questions and thoughts about the things in Star Trek or otherwise. It doesn't matter. It's just a good follow. So go check that out. Have a fantastic day and go get those bagels before they run out in the game.
Yeah, I see you. Janice is already grabbing the sesame seed one.
Freaking Janice. What's she up to? Oh, he didn't get a ga-ga-ga and he's too slow today.
He was too busy racing to the bagels.
Ga-ga-ga-ga. All right. Let's see what we have now. Hey, how about a mashup?
Yay, love these. All right, good.
I do too. Hold on a second. Here we go. All right, these were submitted by TMS Mashups, a.k.a. Jamie, who sent one in. Calls this one's episode 1620 through 1625, so right up to the last episode we had before this one. And the title is Weenie Issues.
Oh, good. This is what I was thinking was going to be a show title. Now it's even a mashup.
Yep.
Perfect.
Here it is. Check it out. It's usually me who burps.
Have I never burped on this show before? Come on now.
I don't know. Have you on the air?
Oh, boy, have I got some making up to do.
Yeah, 2019, baby. It's laid out before you.
The year of the Brian Belch.
Yep, Brian Belch.
That's right.
That's a fart. All right, here we go.
Thy art, me is ready.
Ah, that's perfect biblical talk from you. And
the earth is black, the earth is white, by day and then by night.
Pirates of the Caribbean, something of the Black Pearl.
Curse of the Black Pearl.
Curse of the Black Pearl. Oh my gosh, I said girl.
Jamie, JB, you got that one all right?
Pearl. I didn't finish the word. I meant pearl, everybody. That's all they would sing is baby, it's old.
Saying baby, it's old outside?
Baby, it's old outside. No, I'm kidding. Made that whole thing.
Really can't stay. Now, what was the song
What's
about?
the song about
I've
again?
got to go away. You don't have to scream and shout.
You need to help me with my colostomy bag.
I love. Let me write this one song, and I'll be right down. We can go get a vegan lasagna.
All of the other burglars used to steal without disguise. They weren't like this Rudolph. She's different from all the other guys.
Do your balls stay on the course while other people playing with their balls too?
Yeah,
Like,
you play with their balls, and you are also trying to get into the same holes. A fridge full of sugar helps the medicine go down. Jose Salvador Alvarenga. Think I got that last name right?
Yeah, that's it. I think it's Squirrini.
Is it Squirrini? Something like that. Squirrini. I think about you every night. The journey through the penis. So that's all coming, and I've got my own little weenie issues about what that means. And
could somebody have recorded that and cut off so it just says I have my own weenie issues?
Oh, Jamie is already.
Yeah.
He's already done it.
I guarantee it's done. It was done 5 minutes before I said it.
And please save it and give it to me.
Yeah.
I have nothing.
I'm going to be working on my own weenie issues.
Weenie. It's a good word.
It is good. Weenie.
It entertains me each and every time I say it. Thanks, Jamie, for that. That was fantastic. Well done. More from Jamie soon. In fact, tomorrow, by popular request, apparently, people want to hear me play Resident Evil 7 more, so there's a mashup of me playing Part 3 and saying a lot of things, usually yelling the word vagina out of context, so check that out. Tomorrow on TMS. Frogpants.com/TMS is our website. I would encourage you all to go there if you're looking for ways to contact us. Email us, themorningstream@gmail.com, or you can just use the site as aforementioned. And if you want to support the show, can't talk, you're going to want to go to patreon.com/TMS. That's the way to do it. We will very soon now have some sort of date news, at the very least, perhaps more, but date news at least for what's going on in Vegas in April for the TMS meetup deal. So
a thing that we were hoping to really do for this that was going to be great kind of didn't work out just because of cost.
It's very expensive.
It would have been really jacking up the price of the whole business, and we couldn't do that.
Yeah, we're talking.
But I have a really funny alternative idea that I want to run by you.
Oh, okay, cool. So one way or the other, we'll come up with some dates and get that settled so you guys know what to plan for if you're planning on joining us this year. Last year was a blast. We're trying to have some more fun this year. It's our yearly excursion to beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada with the TMS meetup. So more on that soon. All right. At Morning Stream, at Scott Johnson, at Coverville on Twitter. Check us out there. Brian will now sing a song. No, you won't sing it. You'll just tell us what it is.
If people really want to hear me sing it, I'll happily do that. But Melissa wrote in and said, I heard this cover on a local station, and I thought it would make a good one for TMS, and it just happens to be my birthday. Please eat more plants, do more yoga. Namaste, Melissa.
Oh, I like it.
This is great. And you're probably familiar with the original version of this by Massive Attack. The song is called Teardrop. I want to say this was used for a TV show theme. Was it Grey's Anatomy?
Maybe. Not sure.
Something. Yeah, people out there will know. It was for a show I didn't watch, but that I was aware that it was used for the theme song. But the cover is done by Newton Faulkner. House, that's it. It was the House theme song. Thank you. This is the cover by Newton Faulkner. Really, really cool version. This one comes from his album Hand Built by Robots from 2007. It is Massive Attack's Teardrop.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
You son of a bitch!
Jeez.
Wow.